You're welcome to MoneyHub. Oh my goodness. You won't believe who I have in the studio with me today. We have some amazing business moms, and we also have the OG of MoneyHub, my mentor, Cassandra, in the building today. Oh, I'm super excited. As you can see, my energy level just went to another level. This is what happens when your mentor enters the room. I have in the studio here with me, continuing this amazing series that we've started in August. And this series is on motherhood and business. And today, the segment that we're going to be doing on is on mentorship, because that is also very, very crucial in this motherhood journey. Just having mothers to, share with you, to walk the journey with you, that is so, so important. And I have to have this conversation with me, two amazing women, and I'm just going to share who they are just so that you can get excited with me. I'm not the only one being overly excited in here. Oh, I have Gladys Kwarteng, and she's the founder and CEO of Mama Gwana Fashion. Y'all know I wear her stuff too much, so today I switched it up. It's a purpose. Mama Gwana Fashion is a purpose-driven brand that is created to support mothers who face challenges with breastfeeding. She's a mother of three herself, and Gladys is inspired by her personal experience to design functional and stylish clothing that empowers nursing mothers with comfort and confidence. And through Mama Gwana, she blends fashion with advocacy, championing the needs of mothers and creating practical solutions through thoughtful design. And we also have my absolute I'm just so honored to have you in the studio. Sorry. This is Agnes P. Hagan, and she is a devoted woman of faith. She serves as a wife and a mother of two beautiful daughters. She's a pastor and a trained skincare formulator. She's a Christian mentor, counselor, author, and a PR professional. She co-leads C3 Ignites Church and is a founder of Blended Look Skincare Line and Groom and Grow, which is a Christian mentoring institute. So, with over 4 years of experience in marriage counseling, Agnes is passionate about guiding individuals and couples through faith based growth and healing. She is also the author of several inspiring works, including Pearls, Pray Along, Called to Love, which are amazing books of poetry, and A Believer's Heart. Through every endeavor, Agnes lives out her calling to nurture, equip, and uplift others in Christ. Oh, welcome to the studio. I know.
Amen.
You are both like I was like as I was getting prepared, and I'm really grateful to my team because as they put a profile together for you, I'm like, man, these women are doing a lot, and they're also like the way I see you, like you move through life. It's almost like y'all don't have a care in the world, but at the same time, there's a lot that you're doing. I don't know if you even understand the half of what these women do on a regular. So what I'm gonna do is instead of asking you to introduce yourself, especially since I did a little bit of that, I'm going to ask you to tell me what a typical day in your life looks like. Yeah, so let's start with you, Pastor Agnes.
Anyway, thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, typical day in my life. So I think I start my day usually preparing my oldest daughter for school. So I think around 5 I should be up because the bus comes in early to pick her up. So I have to quickly get her in the shower, pray over her, do all the
I
mom
love
stuff,
it.
prepare breakfast, then get her ready for the bus. After she leaves, then okay, now some time for mama because the last one, which is Fafali, the youngest, she's still like she'll be going to school next month, so still have a bit of me time with her, but she'll still be asleep. So time, prayer time, devotional, just me time. Time with myself.
I like that.
Exercising, just doing all the me stuff. Then once that is out of the way, get into meetings, calls. Okay, talk to my assistant. What does today look like? So she gets me like, okay, you have a meeting with this person at this time, or you have a session here, you have to be at church at this time. So just getting the meetings out of the way, right? Then around 4 or 5 p.m. I'm closing up for the day, just to go back into time of just being a mother, a wife, and a human being. So so typically that's just.
And your day actually ends at 5 p.m.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's sometimes. It's not the full truth.
Yes, sometimes. I'm like on a general.
Okay, on a general. I like that. I like that.
Special days.
And then what are happening on those special days? I'm here to expose everybody today.
Wow, Zipporah. Because you know me, we're going there. Okay, on a special.
I'm using it all to my advantage.
On special days, I think because I'm a mentor and I believe that I've been called to do this and counsel people and all of that. Sometimes, I mean, when it's urgent, I need to be up till sometimes 10, 11, 12 a.m. I am up. So it depends, right? What is the day looking like? That's why I said sometimes I have to just cross-check with my assistant. And sometimes even having people call me that don't necessarily come through here. But it needs my attention because I'm a pastor, right? And so sometimes you have people calling you because there's an emergency. Someone is at the hospital, you need to rush and go and meet up with them. Or somebody just needs you to come over because they're feeling very depressed and hopeless. And so maybe they just need you to come over and just spend some time with them. So sometimes I have to be like, I know I have boundaries and all of that, but sometimes just exceptional days. So those are my exceptional days. That's a full day. Yeah. Gladys, you are not always even in the country. It's true. What does a typical day look like for you?
I mean, I feel so much similarities with you. The first thing that's happening is like you wake up, that's for the kids. Same thing, 5:30, waking up, getting them ready. So I have 3, 7, 5, and 2. So the negotiation already in the morning, just to brush your teeth is, you have to brace yourself. You have to brace yourself. But once they're out of the house, yes, again, me time. But that me time for me, I started the day before because I'm like, okay, I need to prepare. How is it going to look like? Because otherwise, it's just like the day is just going to go in a minute, and you haven't even got that time yet. So same as you. Once it's in, then you start the meeting, the call, where you need to meet, where you need to, what topic needs to move forward today and yesterday already, because you're behind. Once all of that is done, same as you. Once kids are back, well, we stopped it back again in mom's job. And then sometimes when they're up to bed and everybody is gone, like 8:39,
Go back.
You have the shift. No, but you have to have wifey shift also. You have to also your other half is here. Your other half is here. And then you're still there. You spend time. You talk. How was your day? You have to have also that bound on not being just solely focused. So try to dedicate time for everybody in the house, and then a little bit of night shift where I'm like, okay, how does it look like what I've done today, what I'm doing tomorrow? So
That is so good.
we have to be organized. We have to be.
It's so good. I really love that. So and I'm just delving a little bit deeper with you guys. Feel free. So on the times when like you're traveling, and how are you keeping things together, like business wise, and your children, and right now, like there are many hats that you're wearing. How is that for you when you're also like traveling for meetings or traveling for work or personal things? And how do you balance that?
I think there's 2 points of how I see it. There is how you can organize yourself and have the right people by your side to support you. So if I'm not in Ghana, partner in crime, shout out to Tasha, because she's always there for me. So we're able to communicate, line of communication, what do we do? Even if I'm not here, how do we do things? And the second time is extending yourself some grace, because, once you're abroad, everything is out of the window. I see myself with the kids, the routine, all of this. I can try as much as I can, but they're still kids. So you have to be like, this is the situation. Stress over it is not going to help nobody. It's not going to help nobody. You're just going to, kill yourself a little every day because, you get frustrated. It doesn't work the way you want, but, you have to take one day at a time. That's for me, motherhood and business is one day at a time. Because one day it's okay, the other day your child is gonna fail, hurt himself. What do? You have to go with it. So there's a plan. That's what you plan, and that's what's gonna happen. And there might be two different things. But you have to go with it. Extend yourself grace, because otherwise,
I love that.
Otherwise, it's
seems
hard.
like that is the biggest theme throughout this series that we've been doing. I keep hearing extend yourself grace. Because I think that's the biggest thing. You're working, you're building a business, and a business that you're hoping to thrive for a very long time, right? And enough for you to pass down to the next generation. So extending yourself grace to be able to wear all those hats, and sometimes something might fall through the cracks, but having the support to be able to help those parts, and grace. So my next question is just, what was the journey that led you to the business that you're doing right now? What inspired it? And what keeps you going? What is your why? Why did you even begin it in the first place?
I think for a lot of mothers, it comes out of a necessity, of a lack that you've experienced during a certain time. And for me, baby number 3, I was there just breastfeeding. I had the opportunity and the chance to breastfeed all of my kids. But I'm just there sitting in my nursing chair, and I'm like, I don't even like what I wear. It's never really nice. Every time I'm going out, I'm just like, are we going out? Who's going to be there? Why am I exactly? What am I gonna wear? Is it gonna be practical? And then nothing.
I don't have enough things with zips or things that open easily.
That malfunction wardrobe that you want to provoke. And then you're just like, and none of it relate to me, because everything is just like the kind of boring colors. Nothing like that would lift you up as a black woman. Like, I like my prints, I like my thing, and so I'm just there. And exactly as you said, you're talking to your husband. I'm talking to him like, I thought, he said, why don't you try it for yourself? I can hear you. You have the ideas. You have the passion about it. What would you do about it? Why don't you try something? And this was it. I took my sketch. I don't know how to draw, but I was just like, I can see something in those lines, like. And then the question was like, okay, from this to my head, how does it go into reality? How, because you can have ideas, plenty ideas, but when do you ideas to concrete, to make it something? So started to look around who I can find, who can help me, what should be the path. And that was it. That was my journey to Mama Gwana. I want to support other mom, because I'm not the only one. I cannot be. Whenever you look around, we're all like trying. If you walk around, you see mamas, we're all in a corner trying to feed, because feed is always going to be there. There's always going to be mamas, there's always going to be baby, and we need to nurse that.
And you have no idea how much saying yes to that photo shoot changed my life. So how I met Gladys was she was organizing a shoot, a maternity shoot for Mama Gwana's new range, and I was heavily pregnant at the time, so I said, use me, because I wanted cute pictures of myself being pregnant. Honestly, that was the motivation.
She was glowing.
I still see the picture. I'm like, oh my god. And I was like, yay. And then so when I tried the outfits, like you're not breastfeeding at that time. You're not even thinking about it. So when I tried on I was like, first of all, it's so roomy, because by that time I am popping out of all my clothes. Nothing was fitting me, so I was wearing maybe 3 or 4 of the same outfits at that point. And now I was like, oh, this is so roomy. And then when I gave birth, that's when I realized what a gem I was holding. I was like, I can breastfeed him at church. I could breastfeed him anywhere. I overwear it. I think I wore it on my recent trip to Kumasi. I wore the black one. So that's the reason I'm not wearing it today. It's in the wash. Because I wear it so much. And then if you go onto my Instagram, you'll see that the last couple of shows I've been wearing the Mama Gwana dresses. Because it's so helpful.
Thank you.
And one other part, and today we're focusing not only on the business, but on the mentorship part as well. You've been creating stories by mothers, for mothers.
Yes.
What inspired that part of the Mama Gwana journey? Because it's not really about just
just about the clothes. And it's true. It's not just about the clothes, because the way I've been seeing it, it's motherhood is such a journey. And you're going to go from who you were before kids, who you are during your pregnancy, postpartum. There's so much evolution to it. There's so much changes. And then somehow, you're going to go with the flow. You're not going to speak too much about it, but you're just not alone. Like, the thing with motherhood, it's a shared experience, but it's unique. Everybody has their own. It's a shared, but it's unique in its own. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes you just need to hear something. Just that, I'm not the only one. When you are 2 or 3 by yourself breastfeeding, and you're like, I'm lonely. It's hard. You need that common voice to lift you up and say, you know what? It's hard. Yes, it is. We're not going to lie to you. We're not going to hide it to you. It is hard, but you're not on your own. Find your mamas, find your sisters, extend yourself to someone and say, I'm struggling a bit, or you know what, things are going well. Who can I help? Because every journey is different. First time I was, my own journey about breastfeeding was quite hard. And I had someone that supported me. Like, you know what, that person in my life, I need to be that same person for someone else. That energy, And then even what you just said right now, that, it helps. That's what keeps me passionate. That's what gives me blessing. Come, I'm like, if I can help one mama, my work here,
So beautiful.
Agnes. Hi. I don't even know where to start with you, because number one, you are, not only are you a mom and a wife, but you're also a pastor of a church. So you're a mentor. That's the unwarranted part. Without asking for it, you're automatically a person that a lot of people look up to in church. And then you also have Blended Look, which is a skincare, an amazing smelling skincare range. I gotta say this part, because the thing for me is I love black soap, right? I love the natural, the natural ingredient. But they don't smell like anything I want to put on myself, though. It's so sad, because I'm using it because I want to be practical and functional. But what you've done with it is added like perfume level. Like when I'm talking about like the perfume oud, like but you find it in the black soap. And like, what inspired that? Because I need to know. And I love that you write, like I see it on the packaging, that the fragrances as well is very natural. So they don't affect you. Now we're all going fragrance free because of all the additives and things. But you have this amazing scents that are good for the skin. They don't cancel out the black soapness or First of all, what inspired that? And how are you able to balance the amazing work that you do on your own skincare and being an author, writing many books, being a marriage counselor, and a personal coach? What's inspiring, first of all, the one I would the Blended Look, the perfume. I want to know about that.
Yeah, no problem.
And then how are you balancing it out with all these other giftings that you have that you are using in full force at the same time?
So I think before COVID, right, I was reading scripture that I'm sure most of us know the scripture, that our bodies are the temple of the Lord. Yeah, right. So yes, it's if you talk like a temple, right? It's a house, a dwelling place, a place where God, he sits, he abides, he rests, he dwells. Now, when I come to your house, right, how do I want to find it? How I find your house it tells me of the kind of person that you are. So how you house this temple, this bodily temple, tells me of the things you are taking in. Like it just tells of the kind of person Zipporah is, like the kind of person that each of us who we are, our identity, and all of that. So I think when that started hitting me, and mind you, I'm a skincare person. I've always loved skin since I was very young. Like I always had beautiful skin, right? I've always been that type of a person where I'll put less makeup on. Makeup is great. I do make, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, can I go without it today? That's my mission. Can I go out, looking just me without anything else added? Can I just be myself? And if you know me, I'm a very authentic person. I was telling Zipporah the other day that I don't know how to pretend, right? What you see is what you get. Like if I'm excited, you get it. If I'm not, you will get it. So I love to be like full expression. Sometimes people are like, how are you even a pastor? Because I'm myself, So I think that was just really letting us, especially women, embrace that, embrace this beauty, that you were created in the image and the likeness of God. You're beautiful because God took his time to put you together, to put the details, to knit you. Like, think about your hair, your skin, everything about you. There is nothing wrong with you. You are so beautiful. Now, if you can see that, you can take care of it, right? And so just blended look, the concept of blended look is, listen, let's just bring the ingredients, natural, from nature. Let's put them together using the right dosage, the right ingredients to meet your skin type, your skin need. Let's put them all together, blend them together, and make you a perfect and make you a perfect blend that will meet your skin needs. So that was just how blended look, the journey of blended started. Yeah.
It's only because Agnes read one scripture and create a whole business plan and execute it. It's listen to that word and like, this is revelation. Then go and open a business. Then start the business and launch the business. Amen. How are you balancing? Because let's go back to scripture again about how God gives each and every one of us a number of gifts, right? Some of us have 3, some have 5. I feel like you have 10. How are you able to run all of them? Like, I know there are seasons where you like put one on hold and pursue the other to a certain level where it can sustain itself and then come back in. How have you been able to? Because you mentor people in writing. You mentor people in marriage. You mentor just people.
Teenagers as well. Very passionate about that one.
How are you balancing all those gifts? And when are times that you need to take a break? And what has been the strategy? Not even strategy, but how have you done it?
Yeah, very good question. I think maybe if you asked me this last year, I would have given you a totally different answer. But recently, I had my friend come to speak at church. I'm sure you met her, Mrs. Forsing. And she said something that was really profound, that balance is in knowing that there is no balance at all.
We're going to have to read it out for those at the back, please.
Say it again.
Okay, let's do it again. She said, balance is in knowing that there is no balance at all. And I wrote that down. It was boldened in caps. I wanted it loud. And I'm like, woo, that's a revelation. And that has really, because it's true. Even on my way here, as my husband and I were having a conversation, I said that it's so true, because I feel like as women, we give ourselves this unnecessary pressure to feel like I have to have it all together at the same time. But that's a lie. It's a lie. For instance, you just had a baby. You cannot be doing as much as you were now that you just had a baby. Why? Because your body needs healing. It needs time. It needs attention for yourself and that baby. So you can't tell me that you can give it as much of the same time and energy and attention you were, do you understand, to your business as, because there's a season. There's a season. There's a shift in the season. So you can't tell me. So yes. So in that moment, what do we do? We do some strategy. We re-strategize. Okay, let's put out some priorities on the list. What is necessary now? So that you start giving yourself pressure. And when you get it that way, that's why you need to have the right team.
Very good.
Or have the right people or person. Because sometimes it's the right person, an assistant, somebody who can get the job done in your absence. So you pray for that. Ask the Holy Spirit to lead you in finding such people or that individual or that person. And sometimes it can be a family member. Sometimes it can be a friend. Sometimes it can be a church member, a sister, whoever that is in that season, because you need the extra hand to say that I need you to run this in this way that makes sense, that is practical in this time, because in this time, this is the energy I can give. I can give a 10, I can do a 5. I can't give an 8, I can do a 2. I can even do 2. I can do before you get to the 1, right? So weighing all these things and being real with yourself, so that you don't give yourself that amount. There are times when I'm not writing, that I'm not writing because it's not practical in that season, right? There are times where I'm not counseling because in that season, there are times where, I'm not necessarily the one formulating, but I've put the system in place and my business is still running because I have that person, that assistant who is also capable and diligent enough to run the business like I would. So it's just understanding and setting the priorities, even with your children, even with mothering, even with being a wife, even with being a friend, being a this. So how you're prioritizing, so that you are putting and not also giving yourself that unnecessary pressure. Otherwise you'll be drained and you'll be tired and you'll be exhausted and all of it will suffer because you are giving it one, and because you're trying to do everything at the same time. But it's not working that way.
First of all, balance is knowing that there is no balance at all. That is such a freeing thought, first of all. And, as it's so funny, it feels like you guys were here when we did our first episode, because the first episode, the mothers, business, I'm coining the term business moms.
That's fine.
Mompreneurs.
I love it. I love it.
My business, that has to be like a mogul word for moms. My business mogul moms.
Yes.
We're talking about creating systems. And also having the right people to do the right things and then trusting them with it. Because as well, micromanaging turns into extra work. Where you're micromanaging your manager and the person you set in charge of this and this, then you never are actually off.
No, you're not.
And we were talking a little bit earlier about how when women finally get out of that season where they have to be at their children's beck and call, where they're now able to put them in school or now they're able to go back into the workforce. A lot of companies sleep on the opportunity to grab these women because there's a lot of moms who find it hard getting back into corporate or into the workspace, right? What are some of the advantages that you realize came up once you became a mom? What are some of those advantages and how are you using them in your business? Gladys, let me start with you.
I would say maybe the first thing is to realize there is a to-do list. No matter how you want to do it or not, there's a list of things. You start your day, it's just coming. This is what I have to do.
So
now you're gonna juggle all day with that. Now, it's not if a ball is gonna drop. It's when a ball is gonna drop. When, because you have to understand that you can't handle all of this. The only thing you need to know is drop the ball that's not going to break. You know? As long as what goes on the floor is not dramatic, you can still pick it up later on. And then the moment you said you're not setting yourself into failure, saying, I need to do everything, I have to do everything is of the same level of importance. No, you start to say, okay, what can I drop today?
I love that.
That's not going to be, damaging. Then you can go with it. Because that's priority. Okay, today, the kids have that, this. Okay, what can I do about it? If I can't do anything about it, well, let's move on, because beating myself up on something that's not going to work.
So true.
It's not going to work.
So true.
Yeah. So when it comes down to the workplace, when as a mother you come back, they said, you want something you're done, ask a mother. Because the time that you have, we're not here to dally and say, oh, maybe you don't have that time. At 3:30, I'm out. I need to go and pick up my kids. So the productivity that you have is on another level. It's maybe shortened because we have other priorities, but it's intensified.
I love that.
It's intensified.
I love that.
We need to get things done because we need to move on to the next.
And you use the same intensity now to grow your business, to get all these ideas developed, because you know, like, the precision is even more, right?
Wow.
Get it done.
Get
it done. Next. Because otherwise it's piling up. You're just going to be there. We can talk about it. We're going to talk about it. And I'll go back to you, the season. There's going to be a season to talk. There's going to be a season to get it done and wrap it up. And then when you go to the workplace, we don't have that time. We need to wrap it up. So I get it done. Let's move on. And it's a shame, as you said, because some people overlook mothers and their capacity. Like this, when you have maybe maternity, depending where you are, you can have like a couple of months, you can have a year. Some countries give you 2 years of maternity. This is real. But then these 2 years is not like you're sitting at home not doing anything.
Exactly.
What you learn to do on the
make it seem like we're like on a vacation or something.
I was there, my feet were if only. But now, this time when you dedicated yourself to another being, human being, where you keep them alive. That's the job, eh? We're not, people are just thinking like, you kept someone alive, feeding them, nurturing them, make sure you kept yourself alive also. Because it's easy to be just tired and say, you can't give up. You cannot give up.
There is no such thing.
So the resilience that you get, the organization that you get, the way you have to structure yourself to manage baby number 1, baby number 2, baby number 3, to be a wife, to be a daughter, to be, we have so many hats. You cannot tell me you cannot translate that into a workplace where you're going to deal with different level of people. You're going to deal with different tasks. Yes, this is part of it.
It's very transferable skills.
Important transferable skills. Yes. Because it's not branded corporate. You think it's not. It is valuable. It is.
You know what we should start doing on our CVs after we come out of maternity leave? We have to start listing out everything that we do, but write it in very corporate language. Like head of sanitary department.
Health and security.
Thank you. Head of security and hospitality manager. Because those are all the hats that you wear in a 24-hour cycle.
Budgeting, all of
everything.
Running a financial analyst.
Everything.
Running a house is running a business. You don't want to be bankrupt. You don't want to be in deficit. If the money is not here, there's going to be a problem.
I love that. So true.
So let me come to you, Agnes.
Yes.
This is so many advantages we're seeing as a mom that you're able to bring into your business, into the corporate space. As a mentor in so many different spaces, even Groom and Grow, which is a Christian mentorship university, an institute, not a university, institute. How is being a mother also helped you to be able to mentor even more, or how has it impacted your mentoring calling, if I can put it that way?
Yeah, such a very good question. Being a mother is being a nurturer, right? It's you're called to be very, like, your attention to detail should be like top notch, right? But most importantly, it's also to be very empathetic. You know, sometimes you want to be, you are tired, and you are really, really done, like out. But you see your child, you know, like last night, my oldest daughter she was having a cough, so you know she can't, small time, you know, it's just, and I can't sleep. I don't know how to sleep. You know, watching her struggle to sleep. You know, and I just have to keep, you know, trying to nurse her to feel better, like think out of the box. What can I do? Da 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 da, just to make sure she's okay. And as a mentor, I think that ability to think deep, look at that person, and yes, I might not do what they're doing if I were in whatever. But this is what they're carrying. This is the weight. This is what is bothering them. This is what is taking their sleep from them. You know, and so just putting myself in that person's shoes and saying that, like, God, how can you lead me or help me to bring peace, you know, to that chaos mind, you know, in that instance? How do I help that person come out of that situation to a place where they feel free, liberated, healed, and alive again? How do I, you know, bring them out of that situation where they feel like they are not worth it, they are worthless, they are no one, you know, the world says I'm this, I'm that, but letting them see that, yes, the world says all that, even your mistake has said all that, but this is the picture of who God is saying you are. And so how do we get you out of that place to this other place? And I think that is just being that as a mother has helped me even more to be able to really deeply transfer that in my day to day, especially when I like I meet people like that. Even like I mentioned earlier, sorry, like even about being passionate about teenagers. Now, if you know anything about teenagers, we've been teenagers before. Come on. Sometimes I'm like, when I listen to moms, they talk like, or parents, like, I don't know why my teenager is behaving this way. I'm like, mommy, you've once been a teenager. Give them some grace, you know. You know. But I love them. I'm like, I've had this very, even before I became a mother, you know, I've always had a teen ministry, you know, but now it's even deepened, even more, because I'm a mother, right? So it's even intensified. You should see me with my teens on my sessions. I am like their friend, you know, and I'm like, oh, you want to do your nails? Okay. And mommy's not allowing you? Okay. So this was okay. Let's talk about that. And you see them going into it, and my husband is like, oh, you really are called for this. You know, but such grace to understand that it's the stage of mind, and that's where they are. Yes. So how do we meet them? How do you connect? How do we connect on that level? Not to brush it off and make them feel like, oh, listen, they don't have anything to think about. It's just, you know. So that grace to meet your child or meet your mentee or meet that client where they are at and serve them and bring them whatever hope or healing or whatever they need in just, you know, seeing it the other way.
My goodness. You know what? I feel like our time always runs out. And I even asked for a little bit of time so that we can delve deeper into this. And if you are just joining us, we are here on MoneyHub. You're with Zipporah, your host, and we have Gladys of Mama Gwana Fashion in the studio with us, and we have Agnes Hagan of Blended Look, C3 Ignite, of Groom and Glow, and so many authors of so many amazing books in the studio here. And we're talking about motherhood, business, and mentorship. How important it is to mentor in different ways. Mama Gwana Fashion mentors through storytelling, telling stories of mothers, by mothers, to encourage mothers in their breastfeeding journey. So beautiful. And we also have Agnes Hagan, who mentors marriages, teenagers, and business people in skin formulation. She mentors them to also start their own businesses, which is such an amazing thing.
So if you would like to join in on this conversation, please go on to MoneyHub_official on Instagram to join in on this conversation. You can also follow me on Instagram at I am Zipporah Danquah, ZIPPORAH Danquah, and you can follow Blended Look _ and also Mama Gwana Fashion on Instagram to get to know a little bit more about what these amazing women are doing and to get a taste of their amazing products. Go get you a Mama Gwana shirt and dress. And not only the hair products, the skin products, they also have an amazing perfume hair oils. That is just perfume. So go try it out. Like, no jokes. Very serious stuff over here. And we've been talking about just mentorship and the advantages of being a mom in business. And before we end off, I'm just going to ask one more thing. If you're speaking right now to a young woman, a young mom, who is on this journey, but she doesn't know what to do. She's had a child, or she's about to, and like me, like I was scared. I didn't know what to expect. I was depressed for like a month before I reached out to Pastor Agnes, and I just didn't know what would become of the future after having a child. But I know that there's something inside me. What would you tell them about business, about anything? What would be your advice to a new mom right now? Let's start with
that is such a great question, and I'm just trying to feel inside of me what I would like to hear, what I would have loved to hear when it was me. As you know, the same as you, probably like the first time I was in Newman, I was like, wow. I was speechless. I didn't know where to go. And I was blessed. My mom was around. My mother-in-law were around. You know, I had those strong women that went through it, that were here to carry me also through it. I would say to any new mom, first of all, you're not alone. You're not alone in this. What you're experiencing, do not be afraid to share it. And we don't know what we don't know, but trust your instincts. Because when comes that beautiful life that you know, that is you, inside of you, there's going to be what I say, the upgrade. You're now Mama 1.0. And with that upgrade, you get, you know, the updates. And then, you know, you're going to find your way. And how you find your way is your way. It's going to work for you and your baby. But trust yourself and ask for help. Don't be by yourself. Don't be isolated. Don't, you know, hold it. No, because there's also women, there's also people around you, your partner, brothers, sisters. There's personal people around you that can help you. Reach out. That would be the first thing I would say. Reach out. Don't leave that alone.
I love that. That's very important. Ms. Agnes, what would you tell us? I was just enjoying what Gladys said. I love the reach out part, by the way. That's good. Yeah, I think I'd say that take your time. Take your time. There's no pressure. You know, it's a season. I know it's easier said, but the truth is it's a season. You know, and knowing that it's a season, right? And so this is the season. I think accepting that season, very important. I think sometimes we struggle because of, I want to have what once used to be. Yes. Right. And that's where we all struggle. But understand, accepting. I think when you accept, it's easy on you, right? So you accept that this is the season I find myself. I'm a mother now. I can't be that same person because there's an upgrade, like a promotion, good kind of promotion. So accept the upgrade, accept the promotion, but also don't make excuses because of that child. Know when to start and get back in, when you get that inner kick within you. But I think it's time. It's time. Because as a mother, you will know, right? So when you finally get that, I think because sometimes we also become so comfortable, just, you know, and then, I have a child, and then you're, because of this child, I can't do this, you know. Then you're singing that song, and you're making that poor child feel like they are like a burden, you know, instead of a blessing for where you are. But just knowing when to now kick getting back in. And maybe for you, is your child going back to school, so now you have more time on your hands to work. Maybe now you have help, or you have a nanny, whatever that looks like, or your mother is in, so you have a bit of free time to get some work done, whether in the house or go to whatever that looks like for you. So I think that just don't give yourself pressure, accept the season, but also know when to get back in there.
This is so important, and thank you so much, Agnes. Thank you so much, Gladys, for joining me in the studio.
Thank you for having us.
Honestly,
it's
such a great
I don't want it to finish. I don't want it to end, but we are gonna continue this conversation. Join us again next week right here on MoneyHub from 3 o'clock. This is your host, Zipporah.
Thank you.
Thank you for hosting.
Thank you. This was so lovely. Thank you so much. God bless.
Reading some mama out there. Definitely helping some mama out there. Thank you.
Thank you all. And have a wonderful Saturday.
Bye.
Thanks. This is so good.